Okay, let's start a new project on Unity of how to develop a menu. So I'm going to click on new and make sure you select 3D, and right here I'm just going to call it menu, and I'm going to be entering today's date, so that's fine. And let's click on create. Okay, now that my development environment is ready, I'm going to go to file right here, and I will save as. Let's save the scene as. The first one, I'm just going to call it menu. That's going to be the first one. As you can see, it's saved right inside my asset there. And I'm going to save the second one. That's the menu right there. I'm going to save the second one. Let's just save another one as. I'm going to call that games, and that's all there is to it. Now the next thing I'll do is I'm going to go back straight into the file, and I will select build settings. Once you select build settings, let's go in here in our project area, drag menu and drop it right inside scene in build, and as you can see, the index for that is 0. Then the other one, drag it and drop it there, and the index for that is 1. If you want, you can always swap it around. The choice is yours. Okay, but I want my menu to be index 0, and this will be index 1. So I'm going to now close it. I will now double click on my menu, and right there you should see that menu is selected, and menu is selected here. The next thing I'm going to do is to come right here underneath the hierarchy, click on create, and right underneath here let's select UI, and let's select panel. There we go. My panel is kind of like on the side. You can always change it to 2D there. And what I want to do now is to add an image to my panel. I'm going to show you the image right on my desktop. Let's go to my desktop. Right there, that's the image I intend to use. I can use this or use this. I'm going to drag it around to the side. Let's just select this very one, the one that said background. I'm going to drop it right here. There we go. That's my image there, the background image. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do with this very background image is, you see where we have texture type. Okay, I'm going to drop that down, and I want to now select sprite, 2D and UI. I repeat, sprite, 2D and UI. Click on select, and that's all there is to that. Now we can now use it as a background. Select your panel. When you click on panel, it will ask you to apply. There we go. I'm now going to click on apply there. So I can now apply this very background image to my panel. Click on panel, come right down here, and where we have image script, drag the very background and drop it right inside source image there. That's all you need to do. If you like, you can run it and just see how it looks like. There we go. That's my background image. Now let's go ahead and add some buttons there. So I'm going to close that. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is, let's bring this here so that you guys can see it. I'm now going to go straight inside my panel here. As you can see, the panel is inside the canvas. So I'm going to right click on the panel, and I'm going to select this time around UI, and I'll select button. As you can see, it's button dash text mesh pro. If you don't have that, you can always select your button. Okay, but I'm going to select this because I have that. Once you select the button dash mesh pro, this dialog box pops up asking you to import the text mesh pro. So I'm going to click on import. and that's it, importing. As soon as it finishes installing, importing, you should be able to see that inside the project area. Right there, guys, that's the Text Mesh Pro right inside my project area. So I'm now going to close that. I don't need that anymore. Close that. Now the button selected, drop it down. Once you drop it down, there's a text there. You can always change the text to whatever you want. But before we change the text, let's go back to the button. I'm going to select this button because I want it to have something like or just to have something to make it look interactive. So make sure the button is selected. Come right here. Normal stage of the button, you can always change the color to whatever you want. As you can see in my background, it kind of like bluey. I'm going to select blue. There. And let's come to highlight. Click on the highlight color, select blue, and let's change that to something a little bit lighter. Now press on color, maybe make it very blue, and if you select, I'd like you to change color to something a little bit lighter. There, that's it, taken care of. If I run it, that's what you guys will see. So let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. The mouse is in, look at that. When I click, you see what happened. So that's the whole idea. Okay, so I want to move this up because I intend to copy it across, but before then, come right down here, select the text, and right here let's change this to play. There, as you can see, there's play there, but this seems to be a little bit too small for me. Let's move this in a little bit, and there. Okay, so let's increase the size of this. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Alright, let's select the text. The text is selected. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit, I'm going to make it bold, not a little bit, bold. And let's change the font size to maybe about 46. That might be too much. Let's make it 44. Okay, that's fine. Now what about the color? I'm going to change the color to white. Yeah, that's a little bit more pronounced. Yeah, I like that. Now the next thing I want to do now is I'm now going to copy this, but before then, let's change this button name. Let's go up here and change the name of the button to play button. There. Now right click on play button, select duplicate, drag it down, and let's change the name of this very one. Let's say select button, selection button. Right, so we have our selection button. I'm going to change the text inside the selection button to selection or selector. There we go, and let's increase the size. There we go. Now I will then create another button. Right click on the selection button, create a duplicate, and this very one this time around is going to be known as exit button. Get rid of this. There we go. Press enter, drop it down, select the text on it. Let's change the text to exit. There, I'm going to drag it down and align this very play with the other two buttons. Right, now the next thing I want to do is select the canvas, right click on it, and let's select empty, create empty game object, and that very game object I will call that main menu. There we go. The main menu that just been created, I will now select 1, 2, 3 buttons, drag them and drop it straight inside the main menu. There. If I collapse that, this is what's going to happen. Okay, I'm now going to right click on main menu and create a duplicate. This duplicate, let me call it selection menu. There we go. That's my selection menu created. There. Now select main menu and uncheck it. Now main menu is not there. Come straight to the selection menu. Right inside the selection menu, and I want to change as follows. You see right here, I'm going to drop this down. Let's select the text we have in here, and I'll move the text right up here. Okay, and these other two buttons, let's select the play button and the selection button, and I will delete those. Okay, you see this exit button, I'm going to change that to back button. There. And the text inside it as well, let's change that to back. Okay, let's add functionality to these buttons, to this menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collapse this. Right, select the main menu and let's go to add components, and I'll just give that a name, main menu, and just make sure we select the right scripts, and let's click on create and add. There we go. Double click on it. Okay, or you can always click on open. Okay, now let's click on, make sure main menu is selected, and let's click on open script. There we go. And there we go. But before I start coding, I'm going to have to call the following, which is the using Unity string manager. That will be dot string manager. There. Okay, so I will also have to import to use as follows, that is public void, and I will call that play game. That will be my very first function. The second function, I'm going to call that, I'm going to call the second function exit. There. So let's call that exit game. There. That's the second function. For the second function, all we just need to do is application.quit. .quit. There we go. For the first function, I'm going to add as follows. For the play game function, so let's just say scene manager and that would be dot load scene. There. We can always enter the index for the scene, or we can just change that around and just load the next level on the scene. So to get the next level, all you need to do is, as a scene manager, instead of the 0, you can always try that out, dot get, and that will be active scene, enter parentheses, dot build index, and just say +1. There, that is it, all done. Let's get rid of this, as well. Okay, once again, let's make sure it's saved. So I will now come straight into Unity, or let's go straight into Unity here. Click. Okay, let's select the main menu. There we go. And right here you can see my script is right inside the main menu. Let's drop down the main menu, select the 3 buttons, and let's scroll right down to add an event to it. Right there we have on click event. So to be able to add it, we just need to click on this plus sign. There we go. As you can see, it's telling us there's no object there. The object we have to drag would be the main menu. Click on the main menu, drop it right there, because the main menu has the object. Now let's select the play button. Okay, once the play button is selected, let's come right here. See where we have no function? Drop it down and let's go straight to the main menu and let's select play game. That is taken care of. Let's repeat the same thing to the exit button. Come right here, making sure main menu is selected or we have it in there. Drop this down, go to main menu, and now let's select exit. For now we won't be doing anything with the selection, we'll come back to that, but let's run our program. So click on run. There we go. Let's try out our play button. There, straight to the second layer, or straight to the second level. So to prove that the second level is working, I'm going to double click on the game. Double click on that. Let's save that. Right there. So let's come straight to the hierarchy and let's go to 3D add panel. So my panel is added, though you can't see it because it's in 2D. So let's change it to 3D. Let's uncheck the 2D. Okay, there we go. All I just need to do is maybe come in here straight away. Let's grab material and I'll just change the color of that to maybe black and come right here, change the color to black. There we go, that's fine. Close that, drag the black color, drop it in there, and let's come straight to my hierarchy here and add a cube. There we have a cube in there. Okay, and let's change back to menu so that we can run the program. Double click on that, save that, and right there we are now in menu, as you can see, and we have menu there. So let's run it and see. There we go. So we click on play. Let's see. There we go. Look at my cube right in there. Okay, so the other thing we need to give it a try is the exit. However, the exit will not do anything, but believe me, the exit is working. The only way you can see the exit if you build, just confirm build, then you should be able to see the exit working as expected. Okay, just click on build or build and run, then you will see that the exit works. Now the play works. What about the selector? So what we want the selector to do is to take us straight to the back cube, and with the back cube we should be able to come back to our main menu here. So let's stop that. Okay, back in here, let's select the main menu, drop it down, and inside the main menu let's select selection button. Scroll right down to the event of the selection button. Although we have already added the main menu there, which is incorrect, so let's drag the selection menu, this very selection menu, drag it and drop it right in there. We now go straight to no function, drop that down, and let's select game object. Once you select your game object, come right down, you want to select set active, and that's boolean, yes or no. There, that's fine. Let's check it. Now we add another event, and in there let's select the main menu, drop it down. Once the main menu is selected, scroll right down here, the function, go back to the object and select set active, but this time around make sure the main menu is unchecked. Okay, now that we've done that, we have to be able to take care of the back button as well. But before before doing anything with the back button, what I'll do is let's run the program and you guys see what I'm talking about. We can play. You all know we can play now. If I click on the select or the selector brought me right here to the back button. But the problem is we cannot go back. So let's end the program and make the back button work. So make sure the selection menu is selected. Now click on the back button. Okay, now scroll right down. With the back button selected, we now want to add an event. Drop that down. Let's click on the menu object because that's where all of the menus are. Click, drag and drop the menu right here. Now let's go to the function. Click on the function and let's select object. Inside the object we're going to select set active. Okay, make sure it is checked. Now we also need to add one more event. This time around, let's select selection menu, this very one. Remember the selection menu, that is where we have our back button. Click, drop, drag and drop. Now go straight to the function, game object, set active, make that false. There we go. Right, so as you can see, back to main menu, that will be true, which means selection menu will be false. There. So I'm now going to run my game and let's see how the menu works. Back on the game, so let's click on selector. Selectors take us straight back to back, and let's click on back. Back take us right here. Selector, back, play the game. There we go. There. And that's how you create your own game menu in Unity. And thanks for watching. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.